Hello and welcome to From Garden to Plate. I am Alice Erickson, the creator of this channel on YouTube. Throughout the content of this channel, I will be going over my tricks and tips that are proven to give you an amazing yield in your garden and how to utilize a preserved item into everyday delicious meals. Occasionally, I will also do a tutorial on how to preserve your food. If that interests you, please like and subscribe. In today's episode, I will be showing you the best way to get your onion plants started off in the garden and how to properly put in shallot bulbs. The meal that I will be making is meatball subs with utilizing spaghetti sauce that I have made from the Bounty of the Harvest. I just received my order for my onion plants. These are Peterson hybrid. They are long day because in Michigan we have really long periods of day of sunlight, so it's appropriate for my area. So I already got a bin here filled with filtered water that's at room temperature. This will help the roots separate and will rehydrate the plant. I will be doing a vitamin solution in the water to help them transition. I already put it into a dropper so that way it's easier to put in the vitamin complex. I have about a half a gallon worth of water, so I only need about 3 drops. I will let those hydrate for a little while and then I will plant them. You don't need the most serious tools in order to plant an onion. I have a skewer here. So all I do is I make a very simple hole, turn it around a little bit. My Peterson onion plant is ready to be planted. It's nice and hydrated. I just put it in, take the dirt and pinch it. Proper placing is 6 inches apart because these Peterson onions are going to be getting about 3.5 to 4 inches. So that will give them an inch in between for growth. You're supposed to also do a foot away from each other because the greens get rather large. So I have a drip system so my rows are easy to figure out, and then I just go 6 inches apart. This is close to 6 inches, so I just do that, make another hole. Grab my nicely hydrated Peterson onion here. Look at those roots. Place it in. Because it's already been hydrated, it won't be as much shock, and that vitamin solution will give it just what it needs to also make sure it doesn't go in shock. Shallots are a little different when you plant them. I went through the ones I got from the nursery that I ordered through the mail, and I got 3 that had issues, so therefore I'm not going to be using them. Now they say that between 4 to 6 inches of spacing, because similar to the onions, they're going to have decent girth to the actual shallot, and they will also have a good amount of greens. So I've already gone and figured out my spacing here. There is a spot for roots on the bottom. So what you do, I take about 2 fingers here, give a good amount of a dig. I go in and I leave just the poking out of the shallot bulb here. So that way the greens can pop out and no problem. I'll do that for you again. So my spacing is right here. Just take my fingers, place in my bulb, leave just the poking out of where the greens would come out. And make sure the dirt's nice and tight around it and secure. And that's it. I am all planted. Now it's time to mulch. What I like to use for mulch is sawdust from planing boards that are pine. The wood dust and material here will break down into the garden and will feed the microorganisms, so it's a win.
It will also protect them from blocking out the sun and also help with the moisture content to make sure it stays there in the soil and not evaporate from the sun beating on it. So I go and I spread it out, not super deep because I don't want to choke out the onions here. I will spread it all over the entire bed, and then I will do my watering at that point after that to make sure everybody's hydrated. I am at the tail end of this job, and I wanted to show you that my watering, it also helps keep the mulch. Just do a gentle over everything, every surface. Get those wood chips in. Get it nice and hydrated. Just go over the row. Good 2 to 3 times. Those roots aren't very big, so it doesn't need a super soak. Shallots are a different story. You really gotta wet them pretty good. So I've already wet them once, now I'm going over them again. Shallots prefer well-drained soil, but good moisture content as well. Picky, aren't they? Well, who doesn't like their ideal conditions? You just go through and get everybody nice and soaked, and that is it.
Homemade sauce. It's like taste of summer from past. It is so yummy, especially in the middle of winter when you're really missing summer. But since it's getting warmer, subs is what's up. So I'm going to use one whole entire quart of my homemade sauce, which consists of herbs that I grew in the garden and about 3 different types of varieties of tomatoes, 2 slicers and 1 paste. Makes it quite a complexity and super delicious. I have turkey meatballs that are frozen. I have preheated my slow cooker. I'm going to use some non-stick spray, which is just straight olive oil right here. Place the meatballs in the bottom. Easy. Find a nice spot in the jar. Oh yeah. Pour your sauce on over. Make sure to evenly coat your meatballs. So that way the sauce mixes with the meatballs and comes out more delicious and evenly cooks. So I have, oh, there goes some sauce. I have everything that I need in here. I'm gonna let this go on low between 6.5 to 7 hours. I wanted to go over some of the items that I will be using and let you know why. So, I got some rolls here, some sub rolls. It is incredibly hard not to find enriched flour, but I was lucky. I found unbleached, whole grain, but white wheat, so it's light tasting. And these are Italian, so perfect for the subs. I got 3 different cheeses here. So, I am going to be taking the buns and coating lightly with olive oil with the spritz, and then a little bit of garlic powder. Then I'll be putting down inside some Provolone, smoky flavor. Absolutely delicious and yet creamy. And aged Parmesan shaved. That'll go on the top, mixed with some mozzarella that is shredded. Absolutely perfect combo. And that bad boy will go in the oven and get broiled and get that caramelized on that cheese. Oh yeah. wanted you to hear the awesomeness of the crunch of this when I cut through it in half. It's all about the sound, right? Look at that beauty. Oh yeah. Time for the taste test. Pure gluttony in form. So amazing. I want to get another bite, don't mind me. Utilize that homemade sauce of yours, making yourself a meatball sub. Thank you very much for viewing today. Hope to see you soon.